Nigeria at large. As the state legislators were planning the impeachment of Governor Fubara, little do they know there will come a pronouncement that will sweep them along with the governor. Upon the emergency rule declared by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our correspondent got the opinion of some public analysts, and this is what they had to say.
Is a constitutional breach, abuse of power by Mr. President, having benefited from pro-democracy activism himself during the military era. Today, destiny beckoned on him and is following the negative path. I don't know what he intends to achieve or what type of legacy he intends to leave. It was only during Obasanjo's civilian administration that we had situations like this. Initially, we had it in Plateau. Later, we had it in Ekiti. It's unfortunate because with his democratic credentials, one had expected that he called the FCT minister who was at the center of it. But with the action he took arbitrarily, even appointing a former chief of naval staff as military administrator, demonstrates that Tinubu is not in tandem with reality. Then he has lost it out when it comes abiding by democratic norms. We await the two chambers of the National Assembly if themselves will not behave like rubber stamp. My call is that recently there was also local government election in Osun State where the APC and PDP have been having battle. He shouldn't use another opportunity in Osun State because we have from credible intelligence that his next target might be in Osun State because his allies in APC have also been deceiving him. We want him to know that he needs to do what is right when and how. It is rather unfortunate, and I think if not corrected or lifted, the president will succeed in writing his name in nemesis than gold. Because as an elder statesman, as president and commander-in-chief, he ought to have acted neutral. He ought to have acted like a father of the nation. He doesn't take him anything. Governor Sim Fubara on phone and say what is happening. Sit down, reconciliation. Have we ever had where American state, the president of America is declaring state of emergency in any of the 50 states in America? No. This goes to show that we are not yet ripe, we are not yet civilized. If by tomorrow we are not praying, something comes, will the president have justification to also challenge? It is rather unfortunate, and I call on all democratic ambassadors to, at this time, even though Nigerian Bar Association, constitutional lawyers, public affairs analysts, activists, as well as other people have come to condemn the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State. This is the time for us to come and show that we want our democracy to be sustained and to strive. Like I said, the president did not act well, then it did not do what is supposed to be done well and in the right way.
Okay, so what should the people of Rivers now do? Because they are the ones who are actually, getting the brunt of this situation we have now between Wike and the governor of Fubara, with this situation we have on ground now. What do you think the people of Rivers should do at this point in time?
Yes, the good people of Rivers State should come out this time to protest peacefully. They can protest even sleeping outside. I am not saying they should involve in pipeline vandalism or violence, because violence does not make any country to go forward or any state, because what peace fails to achieve, the possibility of violence achieving it is zero. They can achieve it through peaceful protest. They can do hunger strike. They've been doing it in Asian countries like India. Let them come out. This is the time for the women to come and protest naked, for them to stay on the streets of Port Harcourt and other suburbs of Rivers State to show that Mr. President did not respect their dignity as a people. He infringed on their right. Now, for the 6 months, Mr. President has declared state of emergency. They will not have elected state assembly members. They will not have elected institutions, while other states in Nigeria are having. This is infringement on their democratic rights as well as fundamental human rights. Therefore, through peaceful means, women, youths, elderly, and all civil society groups and market women and men in Rivers State should come out on the streets of Rivers until President Bola Ahmed Tinubu lifts this emergency rule. And there are insinuations that even the administrator now is a close ally of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Why should the interest of millions of Riverine people be sacrificed for only the selfish interest of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. It is not proper. It is not right. President Bola Tinubu should reverse this state of emergency in Rivers State and bring them back to democratic governance. The governor was elected. It was the people that gave him their vote and not the federal government. By taking side, the president has shown that he is partisan, is biased by supporting his minister, Nyesom Wike, whom everybody knows that is behind the crisis in Rivers State. When things go wrong in South-South, we will not be able to curtail it. We know the sacrifice and effort former President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua did by setting up Niger Delta Commission, Amnesty Office, Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, by making the militants to lay down their arms. Tinubu should not make those militants to come back to the creeks. It won't all go well. Today, there is emirship tussle in Kano State. Today, there is local government tussle in Osun State, all centered around the presidency. It appears some short-sighted aides who are sycophantic of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu are pushing him to the wall. What happened to his democratic credentials? They shouldn't forget that he was a senator in Babangida's short-lived Third Republic, that he was a pro-democracy activist, member of Afenifere. Nadeko is more than the late Iyaloja of Lagos, Abibat Magaji, was a woman of integrity and prudency. Is he going to soil the reputation of the Tinubu family, particularly his mother, that played in the political game of First Republic before independence in 1953? Is Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu going to soil and dent the image of his late mom? These are questions you should ask. He should not allow some sycophants and shenanigans to let him write his name in nemesis. This is what I have to tell Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Salisu Mahmood, for your time, talking to us right here on Asset Television.
Thank you very much.
It's surprising that the president will just wake up one morning and declare state of emergency in Rivers State. And the Constitution spelled it out, so how a president can declare a state of emergency. And if you go through the Constitution, you find out that suspending an elected governor of a state is not constitutional. We've had many cases in the north where we have disturbing issues like insurgency, Boko Haram, herdsmen and the likes, and for once they have never declared state of emergency. Those are the kind of states we should declare state of emergency and tackle the security issues there. Not River States having the governor is having problems with the House of Assembly members, and this is kind of an internal issue. It has not gotten to the level yet where a president can come up one day and suspend the governor for 6 months and bring in an administrator to run the state. To me personally, I don't see that. It's not supposed to stand. You know, a lot of things have been going on in the country that they will just say anything, do anything they want to do. And by right, the House of Assembly, the Senate and the House of Representatives, they are supposed to give a go-ahead order to that effect. But we are still waiting on them to know what their say is going to be. But for instance, you know that the Senate House, they are busy fighting Natasha and Akpabio. So they left the good things they are supposed to be talking about. We are dealing with Natasha and Akpabio for now. So I don't know if they will have time to even look into what is going on. A lot of things is going on in the country that is not supposed to. We have hunger issues, we have security issues. Nobody have declared state of emergency on that one, and it's just Fubara and